Thank you for attending Elevate and the session that we're doing on participation across the country in physical activity. Before we start, I wanted to introduce you to Julie from Doing Our Bit. Julie, tell us about Doing Our Bit. What is it and why did you start it?
Thanks, David. So Doing Our Bit is a fitness platform for NHS and social care professionals. We set this up in 2020, so during lockdown, but actually the ideas behind keeping our NHS and social care workforce started a little bit before that. What we were finding was that NHS wellbeing was still a new topic. We started introducing wellbeing initiatives in the NHS, which were going really well. They were showing a good reduction in sickness absence, especially around musculoskeletal and mental health absence, which is obviously a priority for a number of employers. And we were running workshops, circuit classes, all the good stuff that really got people active, reduced the sedentary behaviour in the office, which is what we were after. And then we had brilliant evidence of how it was working, and then we were hit by lockdown. So initially with lockdown, we were trying to ensure, same as everybody else in the whole world, we went online. So we tried to hold a number of classes online with my husband, who's a personal trainer. He was doing those classes from home, from our kitchen. So essentially Doing Our Bit started in our kitchen. And we realised quite quickly that it actually wasn't sustainable, that someone as a second job just trying to do a little bit to help the NHS wasn't really enough. So in terms of trying to sort of scale it up a little bit, the plan was for me to get qualified, become a personal trainer and hold the classes myself. A couple of conversations with some of the founding partners of Doing Our Bit, and 6 weeks later, we had a fully functional NHS and social care app. Well, it was on a website at that time that offered around 60 workouts for NHS professionals that they could do in their own time. And it's been growing and growing since then, really.
Excellent. And you mentioned the word of fitness portal at the beginning, and then you said about wellbeing. And I know it's bigger than just fitness classes, isn't it? You're offering a lot of work around nutrition, mental health, and that type of thing as well, aren't you?
It is. I mean, it's based around the whole sort of healthy body, healthy mind, and a work-life balance, really. So we want to ensure that the support we're giving staff lasts long beyond their shifts. So if they're struggling with nutrition or mental health, we want to try and offer sort of meditation on there, but keep people healthy through all parts of their life. So we know that a number of people in the NHS are already super healthy and active, and we want to ensure that whatever we do gets the less active people, or the ones with poorer diets or poorer lifestyles, whether that is around physical or mental health, or just around a work-life balance, and enable them to take a bit of responsibility for themselves and control what goes on in their lifetime, where they might think that other things are out of their control at that time. So it gives the power back to the people, really.
Okay. And this is free to use for the NHS and social care teams?
Absolutely. So that was the one thing that we've really sort of hammered home right since we started Doing Our Bit, that it would always be free to use at the point of the NHS employee or the social care employee. So no matter how we developed it, and whether in the future we scaled it up even further and offered more, the actual person accessing the Doing Our Bit content would always be able to do that free of charge.
Okay. And the Doing Our Bit founders have really supported that from a quality control point of view, from a marketing promotion point of view, and now app development as well. So does that mean that individual trusts and NHS trusts sign up to this, or does the individual sign up for this?
The sign up originally was a little bit trickier. So what we were trying to do is encourage NHS organisations or social care organisations as a whole to sign up. But what we found was that then was only as powerful as the engagement that trust had on an ongoing basis. So it was, what we're finding was there were a lot of people that would send out an email originally saying, oh, we are so-and-so NHS Trust and we're signed up to Doing Our Bit, here's how you can access it. And then that's probably the last email that they ever sent. So we knew that moving forward, we needed to change that up a little bit. We wanted equity of access for every single NHS and social care worker in the UK. So that was our overall aim right from the beginning. And we've had to do that in step changes. But we want to make sure that if you are a porter where you may not access emails all the time, you may not get your trust emails, that actually you can still sign up to this. So it was all around marketing, promotion, offering what we can, and really sort of highlighting the opportunities that are there for free of charge for people. There's no setup sort of cost or amount of work that an NHS trust has to do.
Yeah.
So it was a win-win for them, really. They had this ready-made fitness platform and mental health platform all around a healthy lifestyle that they could just sign up to as an organisation. And the way that has changed now has enabled people to have full access to that. So it doesn't matter what job you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need an NHS email account, but you have access via better relationships with your NHS trust.
Okay. And I guess progression now, the opportunities to grow that, because I know you've had some feedback around in-person classes and things like that. So what is it that members of this audience now listening to this and watching this, what can they do to support you and assist you?
So we've always had a real focus around communities. We wanted that whatever we did with doing our bit to still create communities and develop them. We all know that exercising with other people can be more beneficial to those, especially those that need support if they're first starting out on their fitness journey. So this was really around enabling people to move from an online platform where they may feel quite isolated, but that might be good for some people, but also to offer out an in-person offering at leisure centres or fitness hubs. And it was now about giving people the choice of how they want to access the Doing Our Bit provision. So if we can create communities, promote healthy lifestyle with those communities, and give them access to in-person classes where they still get that group exercise mentality, I think that will be a real plus for us moving forward, and enables us to really take Doing Our Bit to a place where we could only dream of probably in 2020.
Absolutely. And to some extent, some of the operators, it's a huge opportunity because there's a lot of people employed by those organisations. So, Julie, we're going to go on and continue with our conversations here with the people at Elevate, and we'll give them some details about how they can get in contact with you, but also how they can get involved. Julie, I hope you have a great holiday. Thank you for taking part, and we'll see you soon. All right.
Thanks, David. Enjoy Elevate.